Hi, I'm Tirzah, a breast cancer survivor, a mother of 2 teenagers, and engaged to be married, and this is my podcast, A Girly Girl's Guide to Survive. On this podcast, I will interview some of the most interesting people with the most inspirational stories and personal success. My goal is to share their stories along with my own story so you can succeed at having a positive mindset and possibly change your outlook on life. Let's dive deep into topics that all women want to know more about while keeping it as real and girly as possible. Hey guys, I just wanted to say hello to everyone and thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, tuning in wherever you are watching or listening to this from. It has been a while since I kind of updated everyone. Kind of feels like time has just flown by. It's been crazy. I've been just really busy. I got married last month, so a lot of my time and energy was kind of focused towards just planning the wedding and getting ready for that. So my fiance and I guess my husband now, we got married in Cabo. My husband actually proposed to me the same month that I found out that I had cancer, and he knew me so well. He knew that it was important to still feel good and look good, to kind of celebrate that moment with friends and with family, and just to take engagement photos and things like that. So he was really sweet and surprised me with proposing in front of my friends and my kids, and had them pop out, and it was just awesome. And then a couple weeks after that, I started chemo. So planning my wedding was honestly what got me through chemo. And I kind of just wanted to talk about that because it brings me back to a time where so much was going on. The unknown was very scary. I was going through treatment, so I wasn't feeling good. And also, I just found out that I had stage 2 breast cancer. So when I would go to chemo, and I would go every week, I would put my headphones in, and I kind of had this little routine that I would do. Here at the cancer clinic in Canada, we still have to wear masks. So we're not allowed to have a guest, and we're not allowed to really talk without our mask. So it made it kind of hard because you're alone and the nurses are coming back and forth and they're kind of checking on you, but you're not really having deep conversations with people. And if you are, it's really hard because you're wearing a mask and they're kind of sitting far away from you. So I would just kind of tune out for my own kind of mental health. I would put my earbuds in and I would listen to just like really calming music. Things like meditation or just mindset things that I would listen to. But what I started to do was I started to put on my headphones and I would start playing my wedding playlist. And it was the song that I wanted to walk down the aisle to, the song that we wanted our first dance to be, the song that I would picture my bridesmaids walking down the aisle to. And I would literally listen to this playlist and I would visualize everything step by step, whether it was waking up in the morning, what I was going to do, what I was going to feel like, what was the first thing I was going to do that day, to the moments of like getting together with my girls and getting ready together. And I visualized walking down the aisle, and I would do that while I was listening to the song that I literally walked down the aisle to. And I would close my eyes and visualize it and literally like feel what I would feel in that moment, whether it was the emotions or the sun hitting on my skin and seeing Ricky and seeing him look at me and having all of our friends and family there. And this is important because I'll get to it, but it is important because it gave me something positive to have a goal, an end goal, basically. It wasn't just getting through treatment and beating breast cancer, but it was another personal goal. And I think this is so important because after all of the things that I've learned this last 2 years, it's the one thing that I think is the most important, and I do want to share it with all of you, whether you are going through treatment right now or you're a breast cancer survivor and you're still kind of struggling in that midline area of, kind of those bad thoughts pop into your head and you don't know what to do with them. I am a strong, strong believer that the power of mindset will change your life. And it's what got me through. And so to have something that was this beautiful goal, this something I could look forward to, something I knew that I had to be ready for. So that was another thing. We set the date while I was going through chemo, and we picked a destination wedding in Cabo. So we had to be there. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. And I finished chemo, and the wedding was 15 months later. So that's just a little over a year. And I thought at the time, am I going to be ready? Like, I was bald. I was feeling really awful. I hadn't had my double mastectomy yet or any of the reconstruction surgeries, but I had a goal. And I said, no, it's happening and we are doing it. So it really got me through because I would visualize everything and I'd plan everything, and it made me happy to do it. And it made me happy to kind of just go to that place, even when I was sitting in the cancer center having treatment, and it takes you away from all of that. And to have that specific goal, I think is really, really important. So if you're not getting married, that's fine. Like, set a goal, set a trip, set a plan to go and visit someone who maybe lives far away. Set a personal goal, like hit one of your bucket lists. Like, if you want to do a road trip along the coast and that's on your list, set the date and visualize it. And when I got to Cabo and the wedding happened, I reflected after, and it was, when I say it was perfect, I mean it was perfect. Like, it happened the exact way that I visualized it and that I dreamt of. And I'm talking down to like the weather being perfect, the everything just went off perfectly. And I do think it's because I set that goal and I had it in my mindset to do it. And so what I'm saying, wrap this up here, is you can do that with anything. You can do that with your health. You can do that with your diagnosis. And I do that. And I did do that also while I was in treatment. I visualized my doctors telling me there's no more cancer. I visualized every little bit of it, like going into the doctor's office, sitting there in my pink little ugly robe thingy that they give you. Sometimes it's blue and the pink one's cuter, but whatever. Sitting there, what it felt like, the sounds I could hear, having the doctor walk in with a paper in their hand and saying, well, I have your pathology, like the margins were clear. And it happened. And I think you can do this with everything in life. And I have been practicing it for the last couple of years because I'm coming up to my 2-year mark where I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So I have taken a huge, huge interest in practicing this, in putting it into my daily routine. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I do get those invasive thoughts that come in whenever you get like a sharp pain or something kind of triggers you and you start thinking about, oh my God, like, is it back? Is it a recurrence? But what I can say is, with practicing positive mindset and meditating and just having these healthy affirmations that I have been doing, once those pop into my head, which they're a lot less now, but when they do, I'm able to quickly reverse it because you train your mind to notice it and get rid of it. And that's what it does, is practicing these healthy affirmations, first thing in the morning when I wake up, before I even roll out of bed or get up, I go over a certain mantra in my head. Same thing at night before I go to sleep. I say, I'll just give you mine, but it could be anything you want. It could be whatever you relate to, but this is what I do. I get into bed, I close my eyes, I put my hand on my heart, and I kind of sometimes say it out loud, or I say it in my head. I say, thank you, universe, for blessing me with another day. Thank you for being here with me right now. Thank you to my body, heart, and soul for keeping me healthy and alive. Easy. It can be whatever feels good and comfortable for you. I relate to the universe, divine feminine. You could relate to God, you could relate to source, you could relate to quantum field, whatever it is that you believe in, just constantly talk to them. Do your affirmations. Sometimes when I'm feeling low, or I wake up feeling the effects still from chemo and induced menopause, I try not to let it get into my head, and I'm like, okay, I need to do more of my affirmations. I need to change my mindset. So I'll put on a playlist that I made. Kind of goes over healthy affirmations, and it makes me feel better. And I notice a difference on the days that I don't do it, or the days that I get too busy with life and kids and grocery shopping and cleaning. And at the end of the day, I'm like, oh, I don't have time to work on myself. Well, that needs to stop. So if you have time to eat every day, and you have time to go to the bathroom every day, you have time to do even a 5-minute mindset practice. Take the time to do it. Start doing it while you do things to save time. Do it while you're doing your makeup. Do it while you're in the shower. Do it while you're getting ready for bed during your night routine. Find a way to fit it in, because I'm telling you, it makes a huge, huge difference. And I really knew this all along, but it really confirmed it for me after my wedding, and after I realized, wow, I manifested this because of all the time I put in with just visualizing and dreaming of it, and it came true, like, to a T. So take this information, put it into your daily life. I can also share certain things that I found helpful. I found a few videos on YouTube. I have a playlist on Apple Music, just things that you relate to, and really just try to do what makes you feel good. But I believe in visualizing and mindset, and I just wanted to share that with you. And that's kind of where I'm at now. I'm really taking a lot of time for myself, and I've done just a lot of self-healing, kind of like a mind, body, and soul healing journey. I've been on a spiritual journey. I have accessed almost everything that I have wanted to do since my cancer diagnosis. I've really just been more open to a lot of things that I found have really helped me, and I've done regular Reiki. I've done some sound baths. I did an energy cleanse with a healer. I have looked into traditional Chinese medicine, which I'm on. I also do acupuncture to balance my yin yang. I also meditate, and I listen to guided meditations. And I'm just not the kind of person that can just go there on my own. I still need the guided ones, and I do find that they really help if you find the right ones. I just been really taking like a deep soul search. And in the mornings, my part of my routine is I'll get up, I go in the sauna. We have a dry red infra sauna. We got it at Costco. It is super cheap. I definitely recommend on investing in one of those. And that's when I kind of just am zen. I don't go on my phone. I listen to my affirmations. I just kind of release anything that was stagnant or just kind of sitting there from sleep. I still feel really foggy and tight, and my joints are stiff when I wake up. And that's just the side effects from chemo still and being in menopause. But I sit in the sauna to just kind of loosen up everything. Sometimes I'll do yoga in the morning. Sometimes I'll do it after the sauna. It just kind of depends. And then when I shower, that's when I kind of just go over what I'm grateful for. And I let the water kind of just run off my body, let go of anything that doesn't serve me. I kind of picture the water as like cleansing me from negative talk, negative thoughts, negative self-talk, fear. The water for me is more of a spiritual thing. And I'm the kind of person where I have to shower every morning. It's part of my waking up routine. So I've just incorporated this into something I already do, which is really, really easy. Then when I get ready, I like to still listen to something that is going to help me have a better day. So I like to listen to podcasts while I do my makeup. A few of the podcasts that really helped me get through cancer and treatment was Heal Squad by Maria Menounos. Another one was Mindset Mentor. I'm sure everyone's heard of him. He's got really great ones. Even when you're just kind of driving, they're 15 minutes, 20 minutes. They're super short and quick, and I guarantee you can always get really good information. Even if the title is like organizing your life or building the career you want, I guarantee there's going to be something in there that resonates with you. So don't go off the titles. But Heal Squad has a lot of really good information. They interview people from around the world. She was a cancer patient as well. She had a tumor in her pancreas. So she's been on this healing journey as well too. And to kind of just step outside of Western medicine and really look into other options, I think is really important. I understand when you are recently diagnosed and you have just found out that you have a cancer diagnosis, you are hit with so much information. It is overwhelming. So I get it if you feel like, you know what, right now I can't focus on anything else. I just have to listen to my doctor's advice, my oncologist's advice. That's fine. Western medicine is there for a reason, and it does save people's lives. And I am grateful for my oncologist. I'm grateful for my general surgeon, and I'm grateful for my plastic surgeon. They all had a key part in why I'm here today. Now that I'm on the other side of it, I am going to take the time, though, to look at other options and really do my research. And sometimes you don't know where to start. And Heal Squad, the podcast, really, really helped me in so many ways because she interviews these people from around the world. They're doctors, physicians, survivors, and they've done all the research. And she shares it with you, and she shares the outcomes. And it might just help you in some way. I've started to incorporate some of her tips into my daily routine, and it does make a difference. So find what works for you, but take the time for you. When we get a cancer diagnosis, we are forced to just stop, slow down, and reevaluate our lives, whether we are ready or not. I've heard so many cancer patients say, I'm too busy, I don't have time for cancer. But cancer really forces you to stop and really just sit there. And in that moment, when you are forced to slow down, it is the universe telling you something is not right. You are forced to slow down and change some things in your life. And I am guilty of that. I was kind of running on an empty tank right before my diagnosis. And there's a lot of traumas and stuff I hadn't dealt with. And I haven't really talked about it or shared it. I will when the time is right. But I do believe that if you carry pain and trauma, especially if you're a woman, you carry it around your heart, that is how disease is formed. It's shown, it's proven, stress causes disease, trauma can, and if it's festering and you are living in survival mode or fight or flight mode, your body and your nervous system cannot keep up with that. And that's how I was living my life. So it forced me to just look at myself and look inward and see what was kind of not serving me in life anymore. And the amount of women that I've spoken to that have had a cancer diagnosis and have really just changed their whole entire perspective on life is just so beautiful to me. Sometimes it means relationships have ended. Sometimes it means your career choice has changed. Sometimes it just the person completely does a 180. And I still haven't met anyone whose perspective on life hasn't changed after a cancer diagnosis. So what I'm trying to say is don't wait until you get sick. Don't wait until you have a diagnosis to really in on yourself. And everyone should be doing this. Everyone. You guys should all take the time for yourself because you are the most important person in the world. And so is your health. So I really want to make more of an effort to come and share a lot of things that have really helped me and share other things that friends I've made have helped them. And now that my wedding is over, I will have a lot more time to do this and focus on this. And I just want to say thank you to all the wonderful messages that I do get on social media. Social media is such a magical thing, but it just really connected me with other survivors, other women going through this. And it gives me this outlet to kind of share my experience and sometimes be funny and silly and joke about it. And also just to relate to other young women who have been affected by breast cancer and are now living a very different life that they did not expect. So let me know what you guys want me to talk about. I have a list of things and I just don't know if anyone wants to talk about it or not, but I kind of want to talk about body image and being young and being diagnosed with this breast cancer disease that we grew up thinking it was something just our grandmas got, or being in your 30s and being in menopause and how that affects your life and your relationships and your sex life and your self-identity and all the fun things that come along with that. But let me know what you guys want to talk about because I see the messages, I see the DMs, I see all of you wanting to talk privately about it. And maybe there's not a voice out there to talk publicly about it because it is embarrassing and it is something that women get shy about. But I'm not really shy and I don't really care anymore. So let me know and I will talk about it. Anyways, that's my update. I will talk to you guys as soon as I can. And yeah, thank you again for tuning in.